So today we are going to talk about the system creating suggested purchase orders for you. And of course, suggested purchase orders are the system will go out and analyze your inventory and actually create purchase orders for you with what it thinks you should be ordering today. And it's going to do that based on the rate of sale of each SKU and the lead time, how long it takes to get to you, and also the week's supply that you would like to keep on hand. And all that you should have set up in the vendor maintenance screen. And so you should be able to, based on that, the system is going to create things for you. So let's take a look at where we're going to do that. It's going to be done in, here's where you're going to create the suggested purchase order, screen P001. And then after they're created, you can go in there and modify them, add to them, not accept them, whatever you like. And that would happen here in the suggested purchase order maintenance, screen P002. So let's go to the first one. And so here you can give it the parameters that you'd like it to follow for your ordering. So first thing is, again, in that vendor maintenance screen, and again, we're not going to cover that. That's, we've covered in other videos how you can set that up. Let's see. So we're going to say the things that we want to look at on Mondays. And again, we put that in on the vendor maintenance screen. And we're going to want it to print SKUs with quantities first, and that's where it's going to print the things that it thinks you need to order first before it shows you the other SKUs. And then you can just select base that on delivered sales or on written sales. I always like to do written sales because they're sales and they are more than likely going to be delivered, so you better take them into account when you're doing your ordering. And again, down here, you can break it down so you don't have too big of a report. You can do it by buyer. You can look at just by a vendor, a group. You can look at an entire sub-department, things that are just on a promotion. So things that are going to more than likely be moving quickly. You might want to look at that more often and order this report, along with some other things. So I would click PDF, and then I just click OK, run report. I'm not going to do that because it takes a little while for this to run, but I did get ahead of you and ordered one earlier, so you can take a look at what it would look like. So this one I ordered for one particular buyer, the companies that that buyer says I want to look at on Mondays. Remember, we ordered that Monday day. And here they are. And you can see over here that that first page is giving you a summary of what it thinks you should be ordering. And so you've got this company here, 1502 Home Source. It's saying you should be ordering $33,000. We'll go see that in just a minute. And some of these other ones, it's saying, nope, we don't need to order anything there. Looks like you're all good, so we're not ordering anything. One thing that the system does do is it creates, for these suggested orders, it actually creates a purchase order. It's not live. It's not, they're not, no one's going to show up. No one's got it. Someone's got to go in there and approve it. If you don't approve it, it'll just disappear. And it's just a purchase order number wasted. Okay, and it's giving you totals too. It's saying, the total that we should order today is 56,000 at cost and 167,000 at retail, right? Total of 117 pieces. So let's look first at this company, number 1420 Mary Emily. Even though it says we don't order anything, I want to take a look at that one. And it's down the ways a bit. So let me scroll down here. 25. Here we go. So here it is. So here's that purchase order assigned to it, 81627, and that is vendor number 1420. And you can see each one of these boxes is a SKU in that vendor, right? And So let's kind of go over this. We're going to take some time to go over this because I want you to see what this what is offering you. It's giving you, first of all, it's telling you that we're basing this on what you've told us, that you want to keep 3 weeks supply and that the standard lead time for this vendor is 14 days. Okay? And you can even see this buyer says, I want to review this vendor Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, right? And so here, we're going to go down to this SKU here because we've got a little activity on it. So here you can see a lot of information this is going to give you about this SKU. A buyer's job, it's easy to order or reorder, but a buyer's job is really to analyze what's happening with the merchandise, and if something's wrong, to attack it or handle it at that time. So here we go. It's going to give you your two costs, your landed costs and your vendor cost, right? There's no difference for this one. It'll give you the margin here that you're at. Here, if there was the system was going to suggest that you order anything, it would tell you right here. Instead of that suggested 0, there would be a number there. Up here, it's going to tell you which stores or locations the sales are happening. Well, let's go to the very top first because it's going to give you the total. So what it's telling us here is we have 3 available right now. We've sold so far, we've sold 8 in April, and we sold 10 in March, 14 in February, and so on. And it's giving you the margin you sold it at each of those months. If you look below that, right, these are the quantities that were sold at individual stores. These are the stores right here for this vendor or for this retailer. Location 88 is the warehouse, and then 10, 11, 12, and 14 are different stores. They have 4 stores. So you can see which store is selling, which store is not. Up here, it's telling you the projected sales for the time period that the report is using. So it's thinking that we're going to sell 19. I'm not sure what the period is. I believe it was 8 weeks. And so right now you're probably thinking, okay, well, if we sold 10 last month, we sold 8 this month, and we only have 3 available, why isn't it asking me to order any? Look all the way over here. What's happening is there are already 2 purchase orders that are out there. It's going to show you open purchase orders right here so that you can take that into account when you're going to place an order. Over here, you are going to have where that inventory is in your company right now. So what this is telling you is that you've got 3 on your floor samples. That means one store doesn't have it. And you can see right here, if you line it up with these stores that I showed you earlier, you've got 1 at 3 individual stores. So you've got samples. One of the stores is missing a sample. So that might be something for a buyer to say, it's not at that store. We would sell a lot more. And then you can actually see up here that store, it looks like it got pulled off of the sample at some point because we were selling these 3 months, and all of a sudden sales died at that store. All things that should be very useful to buyers. Right? So down here you can see that under promotions, if you're using our promotion system and you're putting SKUs in promotions, it's going to tell you that this item is in a promotion from May 4th to May 9th, right? And so obviously this buyer has taken that into account and put orders in coming up for that promotion. You may need more, you may not. Remember, the suggested purchase order is going to be based on the factors we talked about. If there's a promotion, well, you may want to order some additional, or if it's just coming off of a promotion, and that'll show you that here too, you might want to order fewer because it's not going to be on promotion anymore, so sales will probably slow down. So the buyer's got to use a little, a little ingenuity here too. They've got to kind of analyze and see what else. But you can kind of see there the different things that it shows you on here, and it gives the buyer, quite a bit to work with in planning. I'm going to jump down to the next vendor, and it's up to you whether you want to work this, on the screen or whether you want to, print these out. You're going to create a good amount of paper for yourself. I always enjoyed having a printout because I would make notes on it, such as the one we just saw, that where we were missing a sample on one of the stores. And I want to make sure that, after I finish my ordering or working with the vendor, that I go do the things that need to be done to get things moving at the fastest pace possible. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. We're going to look at this SKU right here. And you can see now they haven't worked this vendor yet, because you can see that there are orders being suggested, right? And you can also see that it's coming up on an upcoming promotion too. So they may even want to change this and order more than what's here. Remember, when we ordered the report, we asked us to give us things with a suggested quantities first. So the order here is going to be things that it thinks we need to order, and then it'll go drop down and it'll show us the rest of the SKUs that are zeros that it doesn't think we need to order, right? So let's take this one, and you can see we've got rate of sale, or this one here. We've got a rate of sale going. We sold 8 this month. It's suggesting we order 17. My sense is that they made an adjustment in here because we're projecting 22. So they might have already put something in there so that the promotion, kicks up the quantity a little bit. All right. So now you see what the report looks like. Let's now go and take a look at where we now look at it on a purchase order and either accept it or change it. We're going to go back to Infinity here, and we're going to go to the suggested purchase order maintenance. Right? It looks just like the purchase order screen, but you've got a big blue suggested purchase order here. So I'm going to put in the purchase order number that it gave us. 81629, and there's our purchase order. Let's see. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to approve it, because this is a live customer right now, and I don't want to order things for them. This is giving you an example here. But I'm going to look at the detail lines. I want to tell it where we're going to ship it, and that's going to be to the warehouse. Here we go. There's the detail lines. Those are all the SKUs for this vendor. And actually, this buyer may have lined it up so only certain departments, because usually we get more SKUs than this. So we are going to now take a look at this, and you can see here are the quantities it suggested that we order. It's going to give me the total cost, the total number of pieces down here. Let's say I disagree with this. Let's say this was going to be on a promotion, and I'm not going to need that many. I only need 10 because maybe I took it off the promotion. Maybe I raised the price in the promotion. You can make your changes right here to the lines. This one is suggesting we're not going to get any. Maybe I'm going to give those free with purchase of something, so I want a whole bunch of those. Whatever it may be. You can see it's updating me down here on all of this. The purchase order was done for me. All I need to do is now to accept this, or to approve it, and it would become a live purchase order. I can print it, I can email it to whoever's there, and we would then have that purchase order would be in and on the system. I'm going to show you one more thing before we finish here, and that's down here. We don't have this one. I don't have anything in particular on a promotion, but if I did, if I click this color identification button, these lines could come up a different color, one of these colors. And the reason it would do so is if one of these SKUs was in a promotion in the last 15 days, it would be in brown. So that might too is kind of give you a clue that it's been a promotion. It's not going to be in a promotion again. You may not want to order as many as it's asking you. Same thing, if it's in green, it means it's an active promotion. The promotion's going on right now. Blue, it's in a future promotion. If you entered it in a promotion, set it up on the system for the future, it's going to know that, and it's going to cue you to that so you can make sure that you get your orders in. And if it's in black, as all these are, that it's the SKU is not involved in promotions in the last 15 days or current or future promotions, right? So the last thing would be to approve it, get it to the vendor, however you want to do that. And that's the way we create suggested purchase orders and then accept them or not accept them and submit them. Thank you.